Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Terrence Ray back at you with another weekly stock market update. And right now, you can see this is Sunday evening, so the futures market is rocking and rolling right now. You actually got the spools down, up about 45 handles. Got the NASDAQ futures up about 214 handles, almost a whole percent. The Russell futures are up a whole percent, about 25 handles, and the Dow futures are up a little over half a percent, 277 handles. I'm over here reading from the left on my watch list, and we got the bonds opening up the market down currently. We got the notes down, the 10-year notes and the 30-year bonds. Now, this week, we got an expected move on the SPX of 90. So was it 95 handles? Was it 95.85? And you can see I got it put up here on my screen where you guys can see, uh, move it down where you can see it a little bit right here. So we'll see what the market on Friday kind of closed on an up day green. Now I actually got a short position on that I put on in the Russell. So we'll talk about that real quick. And if you stay tuned, I'll give you my thoughts on the verses that we had yesterday. We talk about it. May even do some sports talk. I may do that on a separate video. All right. So let's get to this IWM trade. Now I put it on in the IWM. Let me take all these drawings off. Now basically, the only thing I was looking at on Friday or last week, I think I put it on early in the week, was right here. We had this little. It's been going like kind of like in a range right here. And so, these little white lines right here, if you watch the channel, these are fractals, just turning points in the market. And so I got a Harami candlestick pattern right here. Let's see if I could take everything off and just remove all the not put them back on there. We're gonna remove the drawings. We're gonna remove the indicators. So right here is I have my Harami candlestick pattern. See right here? Here's your green candle, and right here, the belly. In Japanese candlesticking, they call it, the pregnant woman. So that would be her belly right there. And so when I seen that, and then we got this red candlestick here, I just put in a short call spread. So basically, right now I got 26 days on this spread. I'm down on it right now. I am down money on it. Right now I'm short the 250 strike right here, and then I bought the 255. So a $5 wide spread, and I took in 149 on it, right? So right there. Now I'm right here at my short strike. So we'll see where the market opens up tomorrow. I still like the setup. I think, I still think at some point the market is gonna turn and start going down, but we'll see. This position I have, what I'll end up doing is either I get my move by Friday, and if not, then I gotta make a decision on Friday, either to because it'll be at 21 days. Either I'm gonna roll it out in time, and rolling just means that either I'll buy this 250 back, I'll sell this 255 until we close this up, and then I'm gonna come out in time, maybe go out 54 days, go to the December 19th, and then I could sell that same 250, buy this 255. Right now, if I did it, I would pick up 15-cent credit or $15. So instead of me having 149, that 15 would make it what? 164. Right. So I'll either do that or close it and take the loss. We'll see what it looks like at that point on Friday. A short, that's one of the things about selling call spreads, or I can just let it play out. That's one of the things about selling call spreads. My risk is defined going into the trade as opposed to me selling like a naked call. Now, something else that I seen that I run a little scan. Now, this right here was XLK. Let's put my drawings back on. And if I put my indicators back on, you'll see that we got a squeeze right here on XLK. XLK is the technology sector. It's a ETF, and these stocks in this particular ETF um, are technology stocks within the S&P 500. And right here, you can see we got like a small triangle, and it gapped up on Friday. We also got a squeeze down here, so I got my red dots on my squeeze indicator, just meaning that we had a range right here. And then on Friday, this is what it did. So I'll be looking to see if either we get a continuation of that. Um, you could either, it's a lot of different ways to play that. It has a low IV, so I don't know about selling anything. Maybe a play to just look at this and find other stocks within the technology sector to trade. Either you buy this and get long, or like AMD. See how AMD has a breakout too, gapped up, nice green candlestick. I expect maybe this uh, to continue on Monday. Let's see what earnings. Now, AMD does have earnings on November 4th, so you got to be wary of that. But that's a strong breakout right there to play that going into next week. So we'll see what that looks like. XLI is your industrials. You can see right here. Close this up. It's in a range. See how it's in this range right here. Now it came up to this trend line right here and pulled back. Now will it continue to go higher, or will it break out to the downside? If you get a break of this range, it's possible that this could go all the way down to like 145 ish before you see any type of support. So that would almost put support maybe right around this area right here. So it's a couple ways to play it. If you want to get short, uh, sell calls, call spreads. If you want to get long, I probably wouldn't. I would like to see it. I would like to try to get long somewhere down here as opposed to right here. But if you were going to get longs, so we'll see how that plays out. Palantir has a triangle. Now this triangle right here, look at it. This one, I think, to be honest with you, might be one of the best plays going into the week. This triangle and Palantir up here at the top. Palantir has been going, going, going. And you got your range. We could get something big in Palantir sometime next week. Who knows how far it can run? Now, going into next week, news wise, we got a lot of news coming up. This week is real newsy, for lack of a better term. We got durable goods on Monday morning at 8:30. That should make the market move. Nothing on Tuesday. Wednesday is the biggie. You got your Fed interest rate decision. Now, what is expected right now is another 25 point basis reduction. Uh, so they're expecting right now the for it's actually 425, 4.25. They're expecting the Federal Reserve to drop another quarter on the interest rates on Wednesday. Now, the actual Fed rate decision may not be the mover. The actual mover may be the press conference. We got to see what is said after the move. So be expecting some fireworks on Wednesday, and then on Thursday we got a GDP growth rate. Uh, got some news out on that, and then Friday we got core PCE, personal income, personal spending. So we got news. We got news every day this week, but Tuesday. So the market, I think, is going to be moving around these times. So you should get a lot of movement around those times, and be careful with especially if you're doing any day trading. If you're doing spreads and stuff like what I got on, you should be all right. But doing any day trading around those times, be careful. But like I said, I like this. The best setup out of the ones that I've shown is probably, to me, this Palantir, because with AMD, you've already had the gap. Yes, it could still go, but you already had the move to come out of here, right? And if I'm not mistaken, if I was to look at my RSI, the RSI is a 73.1. So that means it's already overbought. That don't mean it can't go higher, but I'm just saying it already is overbought on the RSI. As opposed to Palantir, it is not. Palantir has a 57 on the RSI. It has not. You have not missed this move yet. This is the one. This is the one I'll be looking at next week. This the best setup by far. But so real quick, I watched the versus yesterday between No Limit and Cash Money, and just my opinion on it, man. I think everybody pretty much think that No Limit won, which I do as well. I think they won. I thought Mia X did good. For me, I like the rapping. She rapped. I like the you gonna rap. I don't really care for lip syncing, and she rapped all her verses. She knew her words. Um, Juvenile, I think, did good. And then I think my favorite performance at the end was Snoop. Snoop came in, hit punchlines, hit his bars, sounded good on the mic, voice strong. I think he came in at the end and sealed the deal. I think it was over with already at that point. Anyway, I do think that it would have been different if Lil Wayne and Turk would have been there, obviously, but we didn't get that. So that's just my 2 cents. I'm one of them type people where I want to see the MCs MC, and I don't really care for the lip syncing. So that's just me. I want to see them spit. I could sit in the car and listen to the song, get the same effect. So I want to see you do your thing when you grab the microphone. And that's just my 2 cents. But hey, if you got something out of this video, guys, if you like that Palantir setup or XLK, AMD, XLI, let me know what you think. Drop in the comments what you trading. And maybe, later on in the week, if I roll out that IWM call spread, that is a short position, right? So yeah, it's a call. A lot of people associate calls with getting long, but I did not buy the call spread. I sold it. So it is a short position. I want to see AMD go down from here. So we will see. I'll update you guys later on in the week. And with that being said, guys, I'm out. Peace.